Okay, you guys, give me 1 second. All right, let's see if I can hook you guys up to oh, my headphones are in. Okay. So such a fun video today. I love this. I'm going to be reviewing one of the episodes of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And let's make sure my audio's good. There we go. I love watching this show. I think it's an interesting concept. I think Arlette, I think that's her name, did a fabulous job with just the concept of this show. But I really want to talk about some of the mistakes we make as Christians when we are dating, because I was watching this show and I'm thinking, so there's a man on there who claims to be a Christian. I mean, I think he's a believer, but I could see him falling into many of the traps that a lot of Christians fall into when they're dating, and then they wonder why things are not working out. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to try and be nice about it because, as I've said before, we've all been there. So I'm going to share, let's see, share this screen, and we are going to chat about it. Okay. So this is Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Hopefully this is the right format. Yes, it is. And I'm in the corner here. Okay. So we're going to watch this together, and then I'm going to just provide my commentary. So
Bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
James.
okay, let me just check really quickly, you guys, and make sure that this is doing what it's supposed to do, because I always get nervous about the audio. And y'all know I am challenged when it comes to technology. I may look young, but child, these kids have to tell me how to do things. Technology. I may look young, but child, I could. So
Bring out our next single.
Perfect. Okay, let's get rolling. So this is James. Okay, off the bat, James is dressed like a preacher. Like, what is this? I'm sorry, but I am not feeling this suit at all. It's like it's very conservative, and I don't know, and I mean it's giving army general, pastor, armor bearer. I don't know. I'm not in love with it.
James?
Yes.
James, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a recent law school graduate, and I also do a little bit of commentary work,
Okay.
legal and political.
All right, nice. So what do you like to do for fun?
I like to go on vacation. I like to just hang out with friends and family. I like to do a lot of humanitarian work. I do a lot of
Nice.
work with the homeless, a lot of work with at-risk youth, and I just like to watch like crime stories, keep up with legal stories in the
Okay.
news. Yeah.
So off the bat, I love that he has hobbies outside of like the normal stuff where people are like, I like to travel, I like to try new foods. He actually has passions outside of, just the regular things that people do, which is really, really important. I would say the one thing that I've learned over the past year of being married is that it's really important that your partner has things that they enjoy and that bring them fulfillment outside of the marriage. Not that the marriage is not important, but if you do not have hobbies outside of your marriage, or your whole, like when girls are like, I'm a wife, I'm like, is that your whole personality? Like, that's a problem. Your whole personality should not be you being a wife. It should actually be like you are a well-rounded person with lots of talents and abilities, and that should just be a piece of the wonderful person that you are. Let's keep watching.
All right, lawyer. Almost though, right?
Almost.
Almost. Okay,
Almost.
congrats on graduating.
Thank you.
Now, what do you look for in a woman?
I like someone who is very family oriented.
Okay.
Someone who's going to put family above career.
Mm.
I like someone who likes to go to church and values the relationship with God. I like someone. Okay. I like someone who maybe just is into the things that I like to do, into like helping homeless people, into
Nice.
at-risk youth.
Mhm.
Someone who's naturally nice, just a naturally kind person.
I like that.
It's not forced. Someone who's nice to the waitress, but it's also nice to the CEO of the company.
Okay, all right, that's a good one. Now, what?
Okay. So I want to share this is exactly what it's like to date as a Christian. If you put your faith at the forefront of your profile or at the forefront of your conversation, you will get people who pop their balloons proverbially, which is great. You want those people, you want to weed those people out. They are not your people. And I will just say that this right here, can y'all see? Oh, here, let me do it on the screen. Hold on. Hold up now. This right here, nope. This right here, nope. That's okay. These are not, and the way that she did it was with such vitriol. If y'all go back and watch her do this. What when she pops that balloon? Watch.
I'll use a relationship with God. I like someone. Okay.
Did you guys see how violently she popped that balloon? That's a blessing. And a lot of Christians get discouraged by the fact that they're losing potential suitors, but I'm like, those people were not your people. And if your faith is really at the utmost important for you and that's one of your highest values, then you should be okay with not being with someone, even if they're beautiful, even if they're handsome, even if they're just drop dead gorgeous, knowing that that will not sustain a marriage.
I like someone who maybe just is into the things that I like to do, into like helping homeless people, into
Nice.
at-risk youth, someone who's naturally nice, just a naturally kind person. It's not forced. Someone who's nice to the waitress, but it's also nice to the CEO of the company.
Okay, all right, that's a good one. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
So it's really interesting that they pop the balloons after that sentence. Like we'll listen to what they have to say, but that would not be the time in which I popped a balloon. What's wrong with someone who is nice to the CEO and to the waitress? What's wrong with someone who is naturally kind? Like I don't I'm unclear as to why that triggers you to pop a balloon. That would be my concern. Is that like especially if you're a Christian, like we know that you're supposed to have a certain congeniality about you. You don't have to like be fake, but you're not going to just be outright rude to people because that's not even biblical. So, yeah, this is interesting. Let's listen to why these girls pop their balloon.
I don't like someone who is just unreliable, says one thing, does another. Someone who doesn't value a relationship with God. Someone who is just has no direction in life. So yeah,
Okay.
that would be the top three.
All right, so we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Your name and age.
Hi, my name's Shalane. I am 32 years old.
Okay. Shalane, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
You said that you want somebody that values a relationship with God and that like goes to church. I'm not religious. I don't go to church. I grew up religious, but I don't practice a religion right now. And yeah, that just wouldn't align with like my life, basically. I love your jacket though. It's
Thank
fire.
you. So are you atheist?
Honestly, I'm halfway between atheist and agnostic. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I know for a fact like I'm just not Christian right now.
Right. And the thing is, I've dated atheists before. In the past, and really nice people.
So this is mistake number one. A lot of Christian men, if a girl is beautiful, they'll try and like convert her. Like she just told you she has no interest in Christianity whatsoever. Move on. Like why are you engaging in conversation? And what it is that his feelings are hurt, because at the end of the day, a lot of you when you're dating as a Christian, you have to have such strong morals and convictions to where you are not bothered by the fact that someone doesn't want to date you because you are a Christian. That they're not afraid to say they don't want to date you because you're a Christian, and you should not be afraid to say I don't want to date you because you are an atheist. That's a normal, healthy thing to have. But the fact is that you'll notice with this guy, which a lot of people make in Christian dating, I've made it before, is well, you were a Christian. First of all, you can't was a Christian. Like that's theologically impossible. You were playing Christianity for a while and you decided it wasn't for you, and now you don't like it anymore, and that's fine. But you're not going to reel this girl back in and be so good that you're going to make her a Christian. Stop. You're not a convert. You're not a school for atheists. You're not a school of converts. Like that is not what we're doing here when we're dating. So his energy is like I feel bad for him because it feels like he is so she's beautiful, stunning, right? And he's like, "Oh, let me justify my feeling." No. Next. Stop trying to convert people who do not, that's not your job, especially not in dating. Like he talks about like being marriage minded. It's like that if you're friends with her, whatever. But if you are trying to marry someone, do not marry someone on the hope that they will become a believer. Stupid.
But I would say at this age where I actually am marriage minded, someone that I want to bear my children, I would say I want someone
Equally yoked.
yes, someone equally yoked as well.
No, I got you, and I respect it.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I
But I'm
popped.
friends with atheists, and I think they're good people.
That is so, it's just, anyway, it's like, why are you trying to justify that? That is so insane.
But he has some good in him.
Yeah.
All right. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Very pretty, very attractive, very nice feet. That's actually something that's that I look at as well. And I think the haircut looks really good.
What is people's obsession with feet, you guys? I think that is like, feet are not meant to be touched. Like, I think that's so disgusting. It's like fetish. That's yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Good on her.
Oh, thank you.
So I mean, very, very attractive person for sure.
I
Love the
appreciate-
accent too. Where you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've been here a while, but the accent is still there.
It
Yeah.
ain't going nowhere.
No, it's
Right.
not. I appreciate that. I think
Yes.
you're pretty attractive as well, if
Oh,
that
thank
counts
you.
for anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
Hi, my name is Lynn and I'm 28.
Lynn, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So I like the way you dress. I think you're attractive. And I love that you mentioned humanitarianism, because that's something I value as well. It was just when you mentioned you're looking for a woman that at this point is valuing starting a family or a family over a career. Right now, I am only 28. So at this point in my career, I'm still like career focused. And I'm kind of a family is kind of like a second thought. So I just feel like as of now, we're not aligned.
This is also a big thing a big conflict that a lot of people find with dating is that a lot of women want to wait until the very last minute to have children. They want to wait until the very last minute to have children. Now, listen, Black women have been bearing everybody else's children, if you know what I mean, and well into their 50s and 60s. So like it's not really a thing for Black women to be like, oh, after 35, I'm like my eggs are shriveling up. We have fertility that like extends far beyond every other cultures because of the history of the United States, especially if you're a Black American. We were bearing children in our 50s. But if you're looking for like a Christian man, they're going to want to do the Christian thing, which is like get married, start a family. And one thing that I think is really important to point out is that you can, because I'm someone who had my career, was very successful in my career well before I got married. You can jump in and out. So if you are a Christian and you're looking to get married, I would suggest that if you have someone who's healthy and good, you marry them. Like if they're a healthy, good match, you can pop in and out of your career. People do that all the time. And especially with online and remote work these days. Now the economy's not great right now, but you can really like part-time in and go in and out. And there's just so many ways to still be a mother and have a career. So if you find someone who matches your values and is attractive, and something that you're attracted to, and checks all of your boxes, then there's really no reason to say no because I want my career. Like, honey, I'm telling you right now, being married to your career is not worth it. It's just simply not worth it. If you do desire to have children, like you should 100% prioritize that because there's no guarantee that you will even be able to, or that the person that you are with will, you might be with someone and he has a bunch of issues and then you're struggling because he has issues. Like you have to think in advance. And a lot of women in general don't think that far in advance when it comes to family planning. So I don't know if this is a reason why I would pop a balloon on someone, because I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had. My inkling is that she's not a Christian really, and she doesn't really, that's too much for her. That's my inkling with this one. It's not necessarily the career thing because everybody knows you have to get married, you have a conversation, you figure out where you're going to live, you talk. It takes a couple of years to have a child.
Because I am career focused and you're looking for someone who's kind of like wanting to kind of start that family. So I just don't think where I'm at right now we'd be aligned in that. That's literally just it.
All right.
All right.
I would say that I didn't exactly mean someone who's ready to start a family today. I just
Okay.
I just meant that basically when we get married,
Oh,
when
okay.
when you do get married, you kind of put family above career,
Oh, for sure.
but not right this instant. But I understand
Yeah.
the ideology, and I think she's an attractive person as well.
Thank you.
I like the way she's dressed, and she has a nice smile.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Hi, Yana, and I'm 27. Originally, it was because you were so soft spoken and like you're so sweet. I'm a native New Yorker, and we're very loud, so I want to make sure that you're very, you feel.
Okay, here's what I want to point out next. A lot of women don't date men because other women don't find them attractive. And that is so stupid. It is so dumb because so what you'll notice in this show in general is once another girl points something out, the other women will pop their balloons because they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, no. Stop marrying and dating people that your friends think are like good for you. This is one of the reasons why a lot of women are single. If I'm being 100% honest, I have conversations with my friends all the time. One of the reasons why women are single is because they are so concerned with what their friends think about someone. Oh, is he look like this? Does he have the no? Who cares if he's soft spoken? What you want someone who's loud and in your face and like aggressive? So what? Because how do you know that this is like not I don't know. Here's what I want to say about that. That's not a deal breaker. And what you'll notice is like people on this show, their deal breakers are very weird. It's like the way that he dresses. Don't y'all know that you can just like help a man change the way he dressed? Like, that is so weird to be like, and a lot of the response to that is like, I don't want to fix him. It's like, you're not fixing him. Men are very happy to just like wear what you think is attractive. They are very happy to do that, unless it's like something way out of their style. So I can tell you that style does not make a man a good man. And so it's just interesting to watch on this show how, like, as soon as one girl points something out frivolous, like his voice, girl, bye. And then pop, 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 because a lot of women are looking at what other people think about their man versus what they actually want. So if this were me, I don't like that suit at all. I think that top is hideous, atrocious, poorly styled. I don't like it. But I would not pop a balloon based on that. Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to give you some things for Christmas that I want you to wear. That's not important. But you have the values. If you have the values that I'm looking for, that's what matters. Because at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night and when you're bearing children with someone, you want them to have the same values. Nobody cares that your suit is ugly. I don't care that your voice is soft spoken. If you treat me well, you have a healthy relationship with God, you're ambitious, you want to develop your relationship with God, you're marriage minded, I don't care. What does it matter that your voice is lower than what I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to nitpick.
Equate. You don't feel like I am an alpha woman, but you don't feel like overly powered by me. I think it's amazing that you are getting your law degree. That's what my parents wanted me to do. Wasn't happening because my BS is in criminal justice. So that's beautiful. And I love the fact that you actually give back to the community because a lot of people don't invest that time, especially in our Black community. So kudos to you. But yeah, that was the main one. I was going to touch on the fact that I am very career driven, but you highlighted what you meant by it. So I'm not going to even feed on that.
Yeah. What about for
Well,
her?
I think that I don't know. As far as me being soft spoken, I'm actually originally from Georgia, southern Georgia, small town called Hinesville, and I now live out in Los Angeles. So just kind of where I was raised, but can't help that.
That's
But
fair.
as far as is she my type? I think it's a very eclectic style.
Yes.
I do like the boots and the combination.
Thank
And
you.
all the girls have very nice teeth. I haven't seen any bad teeth
Thank you.
yet.
Let me tell you guys about something about attorneys. Attorneys who are soft spoken in real life are the best attorneys in the courtroom. Period. Hands down. Hands down. Like we'll win $400,000 $1 billion lawsuits. Like those are the best those are the best attorneys. So you guys are mad about his voice, but like those people are the ones who are the best in the courtroom because they do a lot of thinking. They don't have to be loud. They just think about their arguments and they state them calmly, and they billion-dollar court cases. So be careful about what, again, wisdom, being able to see things for what they are. I don't like her outfit. I think it's too much. There's too much going on. I think if it was maybe like the top and then so like this sort of pattern top plus a skirt or something to balance it out, but the fact that it's like really really tight and really really short plus the high boots, it's a no. That outfit's a no for me. I don't think I don't know what message that's sending, but it's not a good one.
So very nice teeth as well.
Thank you.
She's pretty
Thank
though.
you.
She's really
We did get a
all the
pop
girls are
balloon over
pretty.
here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Waverly, and I'm 30. And I popped my balloon. I just want to start by saying the faith aspect. I mean, that is definitely what I'm looking for. Like someone that's a man of God, serious about their faith, wanting to serve the community. But after hearing your voice for a while, the kind of like she mentioned, the soft spokenness just wasn't attractive to me.
And this is because a lot of women are damaged and traumatized. So a lot of women think that loud voices equal strong men. That's a mistake. That is a mistake to think that. And because again, in fact, insecurities are loud, confidence is quiet. People who are doing all that talking and have a mouthpiece on them, there's other things going on there. This is where like you have to be taught wisdom and how a man, like what actual confidence and strength looks like in a man. Now, I don't know this man from a can of paint, but again, just because someone isn't yelling and screaming and loud and all that stuff, that doesn't mean that they're not a strong person. In fact, again, the people who are not always talking, who are not always, with the mouthpiece, those people tend to be the people with the most internal strength, fortitude, and who can support you and who can ground you. If you're the kind of woman who is sort of more loquacious and more talkative, you probably need someone like him to balance you out. That's actually a good thing. But again, as I pointed out earlier, she brought that up because the other girl brought it up. And it's all about, it's like, why do you care what these women think? She's like, the faith piece is so good. Yeah, so what's wrong with him? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, if you don't find him attractive, just say that. But to say, oh, he's not attractive in the face is, or to say, I don't like his soft voice, that's silly to me. That's a silly thing to denounce a man over, in my opinion. I think we make a lot of mistakes we sometimes want like worldly character traits in Christian men and women, and that's a mistake. Like if you really want someone who is a woman of God or a man of God, you cannot want them to act like the world and to behave like the world. Now, everybody wants that like Philip Anthony Mitchell, like gangster to God story. That's very rare. It is very rare to find a man who is truly about his father's business and who actually loves God. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I just saw these. People stop trying to missionary date. Yes. Stop being a missionary date. Yes. I'm 24 and trying to set up my finances now so that I don't have to delay having kids until my 30s. Absolutely. Absolutely. Men can be soft-spoken and still sound masculine. Exactly. I feel that loud men are often unregulated and feel the need to overcompensate. Exactly. And that's why I said like a lot of these women, they don't know what healthy men are. Like they don't, and no one has really told them that actually a healthy man doesn't have to do all that. He doesn't have to get it loud it in your face and overpower you. I remember I was talking to one lady, you guys, and she was like, "Oh, I just love the way he just like got her together." Because some man, she was watching something, and he was like, "Get over here." Why would you want to be talked to like that? I don't want to be talked to like I'm a dog. That's how I talk to my dog when he's acting up. I don't want to be talked to like that. That is weird. And so I know that a lot of people think that that is control, that is masculinity, but it's not. the most masculine men keep their mouths shut. They don't need to prove anything. So yeah. And you know, the thing about your finances, yeah, if you are number one, I would say, yes, get your finances up, but also look at career paths. Like, what can I do right now? One of the reasons why I got into teaching was because I knew that eventually, if I wanted to, I could teach online. If I wanted, if I had to, if we just had to, I could teach online, I could tutor via Zoom. I was like, okay, what are the different career paths I can take to where if for some reason we end up in a bind, I can still have my baby, be at home, take care of my kids, and get some work in. But yeah, like you do have to set yourself up for success financially to have children. And that's important because believe it, we do have a biological clock. I've talked about this. I know I've just said, Black women's biological clock is a little different than everybody else's because of the history of the United States. We have historically had children much later in life, forcefully so, back in the slave days. So our fertility in general is a little bit different. But still, when it comes to just like being able to run around with your kids and how old do you want to be when they're graduating high school, that matters. So if it's not the biological clock, it's just being able to engage with your children while they're growing up. So yeah, this is really interesting what these people are saying here.
Me.
Okay.
I want you to come out here.
not tussling. But yeah, like that kind of just contributed to kind of the lack of attraction initially. Yeah.
Got it. No, she.
Yeah, a lot of people. I need to stop stopping this, but a lot of people are attracted to trauma, and so they're like, "I'm not initially attracted to you." Most of the time, if you have a massive spark with someone, that is your trauma that is attracting them. That is a fact. That is a fact. Psychiatrists, psychologists know this. If you have this like, it's the most amazing person in the world, then there's something traumatic about that person that you love. And it's actually not typically, not always, but it's typically not the best person for you. Growing in love, meaning this person is not ugly and there's parts of them that I'm attracted to, but getting to know them, building that attraction is actually the healthiest way to keep a marriage together. If you guys think about, there's a show, Married at First Sight. Jamie and Doug, if you remember, Jamie and Doug, they are now been married for a really long time. Initially, she was like, I'm not attracted to him. And the experts, for once in their life, were like, listen, true attraction is usually not spark. They said, give it the whole time, give it all you got. And now they've been married for years. And she tells women, you cannot rely on your initial attraction all the time, because a lot of times you're initially attracted to trauma, which is why you want this man to be bucking and yelling in your face to prove that he's masculine. That is not masculinity. Masculinity is not yelling and screaming and going on. It is being emotionally regulated. That is what masculine men can do. And a man who doesn't feel like he needs to prove himself to other people is a healthy man. And you guys want him, they want him to be like, I'm a lawyer, I'm an attorney. It's like, no. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. And I have a video called How to Change What You're Attracted to, because I talked about how I was like these women. And I always say this because I want to make sure that I'm not coming off as like someone who's just judgmental and know-it-all. I used to be like this. Oh, if I'm not attracted to him initially, he doesn't even have to be ugly. He can just be average. Nope, it was a no for me. And then you guys know what's crazy? Men are more attractive on another woman's arm. So this man would actually be attractive to a lot of women if he was married or if he had a girlfriend. That is literally how the brain works. So a lot of times we don't know that we upgrade a man. Our existence upgrades him to other women. So because he's not attached to a woman, we can't see his value. We a lot of times see the value of men based on other women. My healthiest friendships have been when I initially felt neutral and safe around them instead of excited and nervous. Emotionalism blinds sound judgment and you miss potential red flags. 100%. I've been there. And that's why I'm saying every single man that I have felt those massive sparks with and emotional, I have come to find out later that they are not healthy human beings. because they had all the bells and whistles. They had all the right things to say, but behind that, they were hiding something. So changing that's what I was saying earlier. You have to change what you're attracted to. Find healthy men attractive. And that's why you got to get into some therapy, because you have to learn how to find healthy men attractive. Now, listen, I don't know this man or his life. He could be all kinds of crazy, but off top, like off rip, I would tell my sister, oh yeah, you should go on a date with him just to see what he's like. Do not denounce him because that suit is ugly. Do not denounce him because his voice is too soft for you. Go out on a date and see if there's something that you like, and don't think about how you're not attracted to him. Ask myself, is this the kind of person that I want to father my kids? Is this the kind of person that I can grow in a relationship with? That's what matters. Yeah, he should be attractive. Like, that's clear.
She's someone that's your type?
I don't know. As far as the soft-spokenness, again, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. As far as like you want someone to speak louder or speak deep, voice be deeper, or
I don't even know how I would describe it. I was
because
almost
it could be changed. It can always kind of change up no matter what. So, do you want to get your balloon back?
But you see, dude, that was so. But that's real. That's real. It's like, that's what these men. That's what these men do. That's what they do when they get in a relationship with you. They start putting on. Do you see how he immediately? If he would have came out talking like that, they would have. Oh yeah. This is such a good example of like how. Let me watch that again. How men, they can just change up for you. They know. He's like, I'm gonna be myself. Listen to this.
initially. Yeah.
Got it. No, she's someone that's your type?
I don't know. As far as the soft-spokenness, again, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. As far as like you want someone to speak louder or speak deep, voice be deeper, or
I don't even know how I would describe it. I was
because
almost
it could be changed. It can always kind of change up no matter what. So, do you want to get your balloon back?
No, I want you to be your authentic self. Like if that's just how you talk, that's how you talk. I know like kind of like for some people, there's certain sounds that can just be like nails on a chalkboard, Oh, not that your voice is
his voice is nails on
no, I was just making the comparison.
See, yeah, she's attracted to men. She's attracted to unhealthy men, period. I mean, and again, I have to keep saying this. Like, you're judgy, you're edgy. No, she's attracted to unhealthy men. Like the sound of a healthy man to her is a man who's loud and deep and got some kind of voice, and that's a shame. That's a shame. And you do have to go to a lot of therapy to fix that, because you have to really rewire what your nervous system feels safe around. You should not feel safe around a man who's bucking and whoa. No way. You would not catch me dead with the man who is constantly loud and in my face. My nervous system would go, it would shut down. And what would happen is, this is what happens with kids, okay? This is something that everybody needs to know. When there's a teacher, and I used to be this teacher because, again, no shame, who is constantly yelling and screaming and blah, blah, you start to feel unsafe. And when you feel unsafe, you start doing all kinds of crazy things. When you are dating men who are feigning masculinity, it actually puts you into your masculine. Because you do not, in your nervous system, like your natural femininity knows it's not safe. So you actually become like this on the inside. Now you can pretend and put on your soft voice, but then you go home and you are like, you got all kinds of autoimmune diseases because they are not safe. A lot of them find healthy men boring, and that's why they're not into him. The chaos. Listen, yes. That's why, addicted to trauma. A lot of women are addicted to trauma. They want to feel, if it's not exciting, it's boring, it's not good. I'm like, girl, you better you want to end up in a hospital, end up with some chaos. You want to end up with somebody who who you're with for cheating. You want to end up with a divorce bill. That's what exciting will get you. And that's why the fact that someone who is healthy is boring is the exact problem. It's the exact problem. A lot of women are like, I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, because the only thing you have to worry about is if he's going to buy you flowers next week and not if he's cheating on you or not if he's not talking to you. Why do you want to chase a man? The most healing thing my father ever said to me was, we don't chase men. He said, we don't chase men. But a lot of these women want him to chase, they want to chase men because that's the excitement that they get out of the relationship. There's some kind of drama. Yeah, fix what's going on in here. That is, you are unwell for that.
Okay. I was making the comparison that for some people, it's like, that's just not something I necessarily want to hear all day, and because I want to like get married, like my ultimate goal is marriage. Like I want to hear, like his voice, it'd be pleasant. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Mimi, 28. I love your style. I
Thank
love
you.
the suit. And I also love your philanthropy.
Thank
I'm a therapist. I work with people all day. It's really the religion. I am spiritual. I have an intimate relationship with God, but I don't believe in, at this point, organized religion. I don't go to church. And that's kind of just where I'm at right now. So I feel like
Even demons believe in or spiritual. So, I mean, and this is another thing with Christian. I made this mistake too. It was like, oh, I'm spiritual. Demons are spiritual. They know that God exists. Demons tremble because they know God exists. Lucifer knows God exists. Lucifer is spiritual, honey child. That's why he's all up in this, all in the earth trying to get you guys to do crazy things that you shouldn't be doing. No, 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 no. Leave it alone. Women who are spiritual, men who are spiritual, no, they don't want to be up under the authority of God. That's what a lot of people is. They don't want God to be God. So what happens is you end up fighting with them because you guys do not have a common submission. Men should be, if a man is calling himself a Christian, he is submitted to God first. That means if you guys have an issue, you can go to the Bible and say, what does the Bible say about this? Because we are both submitted to God. Somebody who's spiritual might be submitted to some crystals, and I don't know what that means. They might be submitted to their own whim. I don't know what that means. So as a Christian, it's a no. We can be friends, but it's a no for me.
it wouldn't be a match.
Cool beans. Are you an atheist as well?
I'm not an atheist. I believe in God and have an
Okay.
intimate relationship with him.
Okay, cool beans. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think she's an attractive person. I do like the tattoo as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. A nice feet as well.
Uh-oh. You're looking at all the feet. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Nia. I'm 32 years old. Don't do that.
You said not to
Give it talents. You're a very dapper gentleman, very established, and I love that. Beautiful man. I just feel like there's, I don't want to say the attraction. Everybody always says the attraction, but when you feel it, when you just want to be drawn to somebody.
And that's the problem. You are drawn to your trauma. And all of these women will pass up on men because they are drawn to trauma. And maybe he's not the right one for them, and that's okay. But one of the things that we have to do is start being attracted to healthy things. And healthy means, what are you bringing to the table that's not your face or what's in your pants?
And you can't help it. And also, I'm not necessarily in church. I'm not an atheist. I'm a bit more spiritual, so I just don't want to hold you up there. So
I guess that when I say a relationship with God, I don't mean that I'm to ultra saved or that I even read.
And here we go. This is what I want to talk about. This is why I said I want to talk about. I don't know why my screen keeps doing this here, but I wanted to talk about the fact that a lot of Christians, we want to settle because the girl looks good or the guy looks good. We want to settle for spiritual. But I'm telling you right now, you guys, I have been in relationships. I'm 36. I have been in relationships with people who are like, I have a relationship with God, but you don't go to church. You don't read your Bible. Because if you read your Bible would tell you to be part of a local church. That doesn't mean a mega church, but part of a local church. Your Bible tells you how to interact with people. how to dress, what's attractive, like what's a godly man. Your Bible tells you that. And a lot of Christians, I know it's tough because, okay. Oh, I'm going to say it. Okay. A lot of Christian men, they don't be hitting like that. Like they don't, I get it. They don't dress how you want them to dress. They don't talk how you want them to talk. I get it. But what you are choosing is then a shell and not the essence of a human being. I get it. A lot of these Christian men are not where it's at, like physically. Like I know a lot of women are like, oh, he doesn't dress this way or he doesn't talk this way because they're not interested in healthy men. Now, the thing about these ladies is a lot of them are not Christian. They're not actually believers. A lot of them, or if they are believers, they have not been taught how to properly vet a man. A lot of Christian women are not taught how to vet men. And because we're not taught how to vet men, we vet men like the girlfriends and our world vets men. That is crazy. The world vets men based on swag. Swag will not buy you a healthy marriage, a healthy father, a healthy relationship. It will not. Swag will not get you that. What gets you that is a man who is dedicated to his relationship with God. And you should not compromise on this. And what I saw consistently with that man, even him, he really likes these women, and he kind of, he's like, man, maybe they're spiritual. No, baby, if you love the Lord and you're in church week in, week out, do not get in a relationship with someone who doesn't believe that. So here's what I want to say about this too. When I was single, it was so hard for me to go to church. I don't, for some reason, it was like, because I'd always gone with my family, but I listened to sermons every week, and then I would pop in whenever, 2 to 3 Sundays out of the month. These girls are not saying that. What they're saying is, we don't go to church. I don't even believe in that kind of Christianity. I'm not a Christian. Being a Christian is a very specific call. It has very specific requirements. So being spiritual is not the same as being a Christian. And you are not equally yoked if one of you is spiritual and one of you is Christian. You're not. And I know people don't like it when I say that, but it's absolutely true. When you're spiritual, you are at the whim of your own desires. When you are a believer, when you are a Christ follower, you listen to what the Bible says, what God says. We are not equally yoked. We do not have the same standards of living. And that is what's so hard about Christian dating, is because you have to put someone being a believer first. Spiritualism means nothing to me anymore. Listen, even believing in Jesus isn't enough. That's right. Are you picking up your cross daily? Exactly. What is your life like? And a lot of Christians want to be lenient in the area of dating Christians, and then they wonder why they're single for so long, because those things never work out. What ends up happening is if you are a believer, the Holy Spirit will begin to Holy Spirit, and he will start to stir up discomfort and dis-ease and unease in your spirit. And you will start to go, this person is not it. And then you repeat the cycle for 4 years, 3 years. And pretty soon you find yourself 40, because you've been choosing men who told you, and women who told you from the gate, I don't believe in Jesus like that. She said, I believe in God. Okay, baby. Again, demons believe in God. What God are you referring to? Are you referring to God who sent his only begotten son, Jesus, into the world and said that if you believe in the Father, you believe in me? Or are we talking about somebody else? Because the word God has a lot of different meanings for a lot of different people. But the biggest mistake that Christians make is thinking that if someone is spiritual, that they might be able to bring them into church. These women aren't even women who are like, I grew up going to church. I love reading my Bible. I just don't go right now. To me, that's a very different thing than being spiritual. Like that to me is a completely different type of person. But you talk about I'm not a Christian and I believe in God and I'm very spiritual and I have a relationship with God. What God? I would like to know what God you have a relationship with. And then he's over here, well, you don't have to be. Nope, there goes the compromising. I think a lot of women on the show just want to be gratified by men. They don't understand their relationships are supposed to be coming together to achieve common goals. It's a mutual give and take. And you know what? The other thing is people don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice their desires to be married. They don't. Why should I have to do that? That's the problem, because you will sacrifice something to be married. You will. I think, do I have a video on that yet? Maybe not, but I have a video. Maybe I'll make the video about you have to sacrifice something to be married. Let's see. Where's this other page at? Oh, here we go. Let's finish this up.
Read the Bible every day or anything like that. I just simply mean I go to church
Oh,
when
wait
I
a minute.
when I
Wait a
when I
minute.
can.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a minute.
also
Wait a minute.
kind of
Wait a
watch
minute. Wait a
sermons
minute.
online.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
I mean, I still live a normal life, if you
Mhm.
will. I mean, I still do other things.
Wait a minute.
Established, and I love that beautiful man. I just feel like I don't want to say the attraction. Everybody always says the attraction, but when you feel it, when you just want to be drawn to somebody and you can't help it. And also, I'm not necessarily in church. I'm not an atheist. I'm a bit more spiritual, so I just don't want to hold you up there. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Well, I want to just clarify, I guess, that when I say a relationship with God, I don't mean that I'm ultra saved or that I even read the Bible every day or anything like that. I just simply mean I go to church
Mm.
when I can. I also kind of watch sermons online, and I do have a relationship with God where I do pray very often. But I mean, I curse. I mean, I do. I still.
Nope. I'm Christian light. Do you see, you guys? Ugh. Not you glorifying the fact that you're Christian light. I curse. I'm a cool. It's like, in Mean Girls where he's like, I'm a cool mom. I'm a cool Christian. No. Nope. 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 I'm a cool Christian. What incarnation is going on? But you know what? This is Christian dating, y'all. I was just talking to my little sister about this. This is Christian dating. I'm a man of faith, but I cuss a little bit, and that's the problem with this hood and holy, those hood and holy t-shirts that go out. What? You don't have to read the Bible every day. Okay, you don't even look at the word every day. Like, you don't have like a daily devotional that you listen to or read. Like, no. No, you're a match for these women. Yeah, you're a match. No, you're a match. You're right. No, this is a perfect match. What is the verse, y'all, that says having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof? Absolutely not. He said, I don't read my Bible every day. I don't, I cuss a little bit. Ew. You just compromised. You just went behind the word of God so that you could appeal to a woman. Ugh. No, y'all right. Maybe that's what they peeped. Maybe that's what they peeped. They said this man is calling himself a godly man, but he's not. Maybe that's what they peeped. Let me watch that again. I cuss a little bit. Yeah. Tell Jesus that when you're at the top of the mountain and he brings you up in a cloud and he says, did you do everything in my name? Yeah, well, Jesus, I cussed a little bit. No. And pridefully so. Like, we're all working on our tongue, but I'm not going around saying, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I cuss a little. No. Get that filthy language out of your mouth. Lord have mercy.
wouldn't be a match.
Cool beans. Are you an atheist as well?
I'm not an atheist. I
hold on.
believe in God.
Carmela, I'm 31.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Simply want someone that has that as well.
Okay.
But I didn't want to, my friends or whatever to watch this and think like, oh, he's trying to make it seem like, I still live a normal life. I just simply want someone who has a relationship with God or is pursuing a relationship with God.
Okay. Understandable.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I mean, I love.
I told.
Can you zoom in on the feet? Zoom in on the feet. No, I think that. No, I think she wears short hair very well as well. I think a lot of women don't know.
Yes, she's gorgeous. Like she is beautiful. I love that. I love when Black women do the it's like a low cut. I just think she's gorgeous. She has a perfect head shape for it, and because her features are prominent, it actually looks really, really beautiful. She looks so I mean, she's stunning to me. She's stunning. I think I would have probably given her a little bit more brow, but she is gorgeous. Like her face, at least. Like she is a beautiful, beautiful woman.
That they don't wear short hair well sometimes, but I think she does. She wears it very well,
Thank you.
and I like the outfit and nice skin tone.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, let's head back. So we do have an unpopped balloon over here. Let's have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Carmela and I'm 31.
Okay. And Carmela, why do you still have your balloon unpopped?
I'm just listening, trying to get more. I do like his faith in God. He seems like he got his stuff together. So that's something that I'm looking for.
Okay, nice. So any questions you guys may have for one another?
Where are you from?
Liberia. I was born and raised in Liberia. I came here when I was 9.
To Phoenix?
No, I live in Atlanta, but I'm saying I was born in Liberia.
Okay. So how long you been living in Atlanta?
Like 2 years.
Okay. Cool. And what are you looking for in a man?
First of all, I'm looking for a God-fearing. I'm looking for a man who can lead. And I'm looking for a partnership, somebody that we can work together as a team.
When was your last relationship?
2 years.
2 years ago? From a guy in Atlanta?
No, it was long distance.
Oh, long distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you guys break up?
Lack of communication and consistency.
You have children?
Yes, I do have one.
How old?
He's 8.
Okay.
Is
That's
that a
all.
problem?
I'll hear your questions if you have any.
Yeah, it's a child problem.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's your only question for him?
And long distance. Where you say you?
I currently live in Los Angeles.
Okay, so is long distance a problem for you?
No, I used to live in Atlanta as well, actually. So I still have family down there, and I go visit.
Okay. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah. I mean,
Don't do me too bad.
Hey, whenever y'all say don't look, I'm gonna tell him and zoom in. Whenever y'all so I do like the outfit. I think I like the hair as well. I like the style of the hair. She says she's into faith-based as well, and she's a mother, so kind of showing a nurturing skills and a caring ability. So you asked, was a child a problem? The child itself is not the problem, but the age.
Okay.
The age is the problem for me. I don't mind playing stepdaddy, but it would have to be to someone, I would say 10, 12 or older.
Okay.
And I say that because I feel like if I date someone with a young child and we break up and I have an attachment towards this young child, and then we're not talking, we're mad at each other, our relationship is separated, what happens to that relationship with that innocent child, who probably has built an attachment towards me as well?
Okay.
So
So that is some wisdom right there. What my response would be, let me see if she's going to say it, but what my response would be is, you're not meeting my child until we're 100% locked in. That, I mean, I certainly believe that anyway. I don't think that you should let people meet your children until you're ready to like really take the next step with them. I think that's a safe and healthy response. But let me see what she says to him.
At young, I wouldn't want to be around unless we were like very serious.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is all the balloons popped. Let's head on back then. Okay. Well, like I said, that's all the balloons popped. We do thank you for coming on. Give it up for him, ladies.
Thank you. I will. After the show, if Waverly doesn't get a match, I would like to give her my Instagram, my phone number, because she is like perfect to me, honestly, like perfection. So if you don't get a match, hit me up, because I can always deep in that voice.
my God. All right, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name's Colin. I'm 30. You ain't asked me my age.
I didn't, but it's all right. Go ahead. Let us know your age.
My name's Colin. I'm 33.
And what do you do?
I'm a mechanical technician. I work on vapor compression steels, reverse osmosis. Basically, we make pure water for pharmaceutical companies, and they use that water in turn to make vaccines and medicines.
Wow. Okay.
To help people.
Nice. So what do you like to do for fun?
For fun, I like to work out. I like to go jet skiing. Since I moved to Florida, I've been really into salsa dancing, bachata dancing. So I like to do those things, stay active, you know.
Okay. What do you look for in a woman?
What I look for in a woman is first, you got to be a godly woman.
Here we go. Round 2. You guys, I was not planning to do round 2, but here we go. Linria, yes, I will make a video on Christian dating today. I wanna think about like how I wanna structure it. Maybe I'll do a live on it. And just like talk about my experiences and then maybe some like 10 or 15 tips for you guys. I do want to do that. I will. And I will make a video on that. That's something that's been on my actually that's been something that's been on my heart for a long time, but I've been kind of like, I don't know, there's something, I don't know. I just I don't know. I want to do it. And maybe this is my sign that I should. Because I think a lot of Christian women are they could use some of the practical advice that helped me to find love and get married. Okay, we're gonna watch this the last one, you guys, and I gotta go. But this is so funny. Okay. Oh yeah, she going through it. The one on the corner at the end, because these men are like, I mean, how do I want to say this? A lot of people, men, even like I think they're in the South. A lot of men who are from the South do have like some semblance of like faith. They may not be, they may not have come to the full knowledge and understanding of Jesus Christ, but they do have some kind of, because you know, Black culture, part of Black culture is Christian culture. So there a lot of times they're intertwined. So she's gonna struggle with Black men in the South, if they are in the South, because of that. Because they're not going to just be like, I don't believe in God. They'll all say they believe in God. They're not going to be like, I'm an atheist or whatever. She might need to go to California and go to San Francisco or something to find somebody who's, you know, doesn't, you know. I'll tell you, there's plenty of them out here.
Also, she has to just be kind, be nurturing, nice, honest.
Okay.
And yeah, not too much.
Okay. What are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are no cigarettes.
Okay.
Other deal breakers, I can't do atheists. And also, I can't do too much ratchetness. I can do a little bit, but not too much. All that.
Okay. All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go on over there. I wonder why she popped. All right. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Hi, my name is Shalane. I am 32 years old.
Hey, Shalane.
Hi. Oh, I popped because you said that you want a godly woman, and that's not me.
You.
Nah.
It's all good. I understand.
All
Maybe
right.
we can convert you later on.
No, we cannot. There we go. No, we cannot. No, we cannot. We are not a convert school. We are not running that. We're not doing that. We are not a missionary academy, and Christian singles should stop trying to be missionary academies, wasting your time. Let me go ahead and give you a track. You guys remember tracks? I don't know if y'all grew up like you guys gave out gospel tracks. Let me give you a track and move on. Yeah, no, we're not
Christian Pentecostal at that. Not for me.
It.
No.
All right, to each his own.
Yes.
One thing I will say, and I want to do a video about this, but a lot of reason why people stop being Christians, which again, I've said, I don't really believe that you can be a true believer and know Jesus and then stop being a Christian, but they grew up around hypocrites. They grew up around people who are feigning Christianity and faking Christianity. And have a semblance of Christianity, but doing a bunch of shady things. And that's just, you know, unfortunately the Christian church at this moment. And so they're turned off by that. And that's why they say, I don't want to be a Christian. But they haven't necessarily been around people who follow Christ.
Sir.
All right.
Now, before he said that, you had your balloon unpopped. Why?
He's not bad looking, and I wanted to hear him out. And you said you're from Florida,
Correct.
and I'm also living in Florida. So
All right, all right.
yeah, we're in Florida.
West Palm Beach.
West Palm. Oh, I'm in Tampa, but
Tampa.
it's Florida, same
So,
state.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. 3-hour drive, not too
Exactly,
far.
exactly.
Right up the road.
But yeah.
Sounds good. Now, she's someone that's your type.
Honestly, yeah, I would approach her, if I saw her out.
Okay.
Like your skin, like your style. So
Okay, a little ball here.
yeah. Ain't no wrong. It's different. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
for sure.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
Ayana, 27.
Okay. Ayana, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So originally, I was loving the context of the things that you were looking for. But when you said ratchet, I know there's so many different like dilemmas to what makes someone come off ratchet. I'm from New York. So yeah, anything you probably say, me talking with my hands right now, so you look at them could be considered ratchet. I don't know. I'm using that as I might be being a little exaggerated or exaggerating the context of it. But what I'm saying is what I wear, anything could be considered ratchet. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm saying me talking with my hands, it might be like, okay, she kind of got it. Why she using her hands? And it's really not. That's just how I speak or, represent myself. So
There should be no part of ratchetness that Christian men want.
yeah, I just think it's you can put somebody in a box very easily by saying they're ratchet,
Okay.
and I'm not. I just have moments where my friends, we're outside, so we outside, we having fun, we're having a good time and just living our lives to the best of our abilities. So,
Okay. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped before he said that?
well, I liked his aesthetics when he came in. He's fitness. I love fitness. You all know that. So yeah, the things he was saying, and then he said ratchet. I'm like, yeah, he gonna pop my balloon because he probably gonna assume I'm ratchet. So we just help you.
Got it. So now she's someone that's your type.
She's attractive, yes, but I probably wouldn't approach her.
You can pop
'Cause
it.
the hair and the eyes is a little
Yes.
too much for me, but
Yes,
that's your style. So
that's right.
all right.
At least you know.
Let's head on back. So we do have 5 balloons left on pops. Go ahead and ask these ladies a question.
Okay, my question is, what are some good characteristics of a healthy relationship?
What are some good characteristics of a healthy relationship? Start here.
Hi, my name is Lynn. I'm 28.
Hey, Lynn.
I would say some good characteristics of a healthy relationship is definitely open communication,
All right.
and a willingness to, a lack of ego. Let me say that, lack of ego. So like if we're in a disagreement and I'm open to hearing you out, open to seeing your perspective, like I have no problem saying that I'm sorry, or I have no problem admitting that like I was wrong or I misjudged. Like I don't.
You can take accountability.
Yes, exactly.
I like that.
And then as well as with the open communication, again, like hearing you out, waiting to see what your point of view and perspective was before I just jump to conclusions.
I like that. All right.
What's crazy to me is these women can point out what makes a healthy relationship, but they don't understand that has nothing to do with the way a man looks. So they will pop a man's balloon because they don't think he's attractive, but they will keep a man's balloon because he's attractive and hope that he has good communication instead of saying, that's what I want to look at. I'm also going to say this, and you guys are not going to like this. Y'all not going to like this, but when women, so men are visual creatures. Women are not supposed to be. You are acting like a man if the first thing you look at is how attractive a man is instead of his spirit, period. I know y'all don't like that, but that's what it is. Men are visual creatures. They're the ones who are supposed to look at things and go, ooh, shiny, ooh, ooh, ooh. Women are not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be very selective.
Name and age and answer to his question.
My name is Waverly. I am 30.
Waverly.
You said the hallmark of a good relationship?
Well,
Good
just
characteristics you said of a healthy relationship,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. So healthy relationships, I think, definitely include honesty, transparency. And when I say transparency, it's not like I'm asking you the question like, oh, what'd you do today? Or how was your day? And you say good, but it's like you expounding, like that's the transparency. In emotional intelligence, being able to recognize within yourself when like you might be spiraling or like you're being triggered. And sometimes therapy, like going to couples therapy, like no one is no one's better than going to therapy. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Carmel and I'm 31. And I would say communication and consistency in the relationship, and also allowing your partner, giving your partner grace. When they do mess up, being open to talk about it and forgiving. And when I mean forgiving, not bringing it back up like in a week or 2 weeks. Just truly just forgiving and moving forward.
I understand. Yeah. All right.
Name and age and answer to this question.
Mimi, 28. I would say empathy, honesty, and consideration. Being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Also being transparent with how you're feeling. And consideration. We are both two different people. We both have two different experiences. So being able to just identify with that and then communicate from there.
Right.
Name and age and answer to this question.
Hi, I'm Nia. I'm 32, and I
Hey,
would say honesty, just blatant honesty. Even if you think it would hurt my feelings, yeah, I just think that would allow for a foundational relationship as long as you can be honest. So.
I like that. All right.
Let's head on back.
There we go. Let's see why
Okay,
he
so
popped
I'm
these
going to now
balloons.
hand you a pick. There you go. And let's go.
By the way, all of these women said the right thing. Like all of those things are so important in a relationship. Those are things that you should be checking off when you're dating. I believe that you should date someone, like go on 3 dates with someone before you write them off, unless they're like a red flag, meaning they're like abusive or they have like a family on the side or whatever. But I think you should go, because you can't tell if someone has these qualities just by looking at them. You have to actually get to know them. So what I love is that these women pointed out wonderful things: honesty, transparency, forgiveness, communication. But y'all really don't believe that, because the first thing that you're choosing is whether or not he looks attractive to you.
Go ahead and pop 2 balloons.
Two balloons.
Two balloons. Okay, and one more.
Oh, I knew it.
So much pressure when we got to do that, you know?
All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped for him?
I was just listening, and I feel like we both have a lot of stuff in common.
Okay, got it. So why'd you end up popping her balloon?
It's hard. That question is difficult because you are a beautiful lady, very attractive. I believe it's just because of the hair. I'm not too much of a dreadlock fan, but
Okay.
that's the only reason. Other than that, you're a very beautiful lady. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. And then you ended up popping one more back here. So Lynn, why was your balloon unpopped for him?
I just want to hear you out more. Also, you said you're mechanical tech.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm in engineering, so I feel like our
nice.
careers align. So we'd probably be able to talk about work together.
Right.
I also like accents, and you have an accent, so yeah. But essentially, I just wanted to kind of hear more what you had to say. As well.
I understand. I
All
understand.
right. So why'd you end up popping her balloon?
No real reason. Probably just not my type. Once again, you are a beautiful lady.
Thank you.
I can't say really. You know, I just had to pop. I had to pop too.
Understandable.
I
It's
respect
okay.
the engineering department as well, because we have to work directly with engineers. So I definitely feel you on that.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. We've got 3 balloons left. Go ahead and ask these ladies a question.
All right. Let's see. Tell me something that you're passionate about.
Okay. Start here. Tell him something you're passionate about.
I am passionate about
Okay, hold on. I'm going to say this. I think he doesn't like her outfit. He looked at her up and down and didn't like the way she looked, which is like, that's what men do. They go after, and that doesn't make it right or better. That's just what they do. I just don't think he liked her outfit.
homemaking. So I love curating an environment that is welcoming and like hosting and cooking and baking and just curating that environment for my family, my friends, my community. So I really love doing that and making sure it's tidy. That's a must.
Okay.
Let's go over here. What are you passionate about?
A couple things. I would say therapy first. I'm a therapist. Just Black people getting therapy. And then traveling. I've been to over 30 countries. I love to travel.
Okay.
And then lastly, video games. I love escapism. I love just being a geek sometimes. So
All right. That's on my alley right there. I like traveling. and
Okay. Over here. What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about making people feel comfortable.
Alright.
I always find something that I can learn or give a compliment to somebody. So that's my thing.
Okay. Nice. Okay. We got a pop balloon over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Okay, I may have messed up. I didn't let him finish his sentence, but when you said what she said was right up your alley, were you also referring to the video games?
I was referring to traveling,
Not the video games.
not the video games.
Okay, I'll take my balloon back.
So the video games you were about to just
Actually,
It's all
let me
good.
not
She
take
can-
let me not
it's all
take
good.
my
It's gonna
balloon
get
back.
popped.
After just what am I trying to say? Just also after like just observing him for a while and just looking at the physical attraction, I don't think is there. I think mainly just the hairline. Yeah.
Oh, that is so mean. That is so mean. You didn't have to, she didn't have to elaborate. She didn't have to elaborate. She really didn't.
okay.
But here's the red flag with him. Here's the red flag with him, you guys. The red flag is He heard all of these people, he has not asked many questions about faith yet or their belief. So that's actually not his highest priority. So if a man is not communicating, here's a dating tip. If a man is not asking you about your relationship with God, that's a sign that that's not one of his highest priorities. Facts. That's the biggest red flag with him, is that he has moved on and he has not said anything about, you know, he has not asked any questions about whether or not these women, read their Bibles, develop, or have a healthy relationship with God. Do they believe in Jesus Christ? Like, he has not asked that question. So that tells me that even though he said, I'm a man of faith, baby, faith in what? I will ask you again, faith in what? And faith in who? Take notes, ladies.
No, she's someone that's your type?
She's pretty. I mean, I like the skin complexion. Yeah, she's all right.
Okay. Thank you. So we've got 2 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay, where do you see yourself, let's say in 2 years from now? Do you see yourself with starting a family, trying to have kids, or just where do you see yourself in 2 years from now?
So in 2 years, I see myself a lot more financially stable. I see myself traveling Europe. I'm a singer-songwriter and just an overall creative. Um, uh, I don't want to, say it may or may not happen, but I want to utilize my talents to start an organization for people that need help, mainly young girls who need a mentor or didn't have that motherly figure in their household. So,
Okay.
Good.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, and over here?
I would say in 2 years, I want to start my own therapy practice. I'm about to get licensed in a couple months, so trying to get that going. Still traveling. 2 years with a family. I would say maybe the next 5 years with a family. I'm 28, so I definitely want to develop a strong relationship and marriage first before I have kids. So,
Definitely understand that.
Ladies, any questions for him?
do you have children?
No kids.
Where do you live?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Are you
Where do you live?
LA?
All right. Oh, we'll across the whole map. That's all right, though. I don't have a problem with
Have you done long
distance.
distance before?
Yeah, I have. It's no problem for me.
You good?
I think so.
Okay. Any questions here?
do you want kids?
Yes, I definitely want kids.
Okay. What does fatherhood look like for you?
Fatherhood, that's a good question. Fatherhood for me looks like me being a good leader, me being a godly man. I'm, of course, going to follow the rules of the Bible.
Again, you didn't ask that woman over here. You did not ask her if she's a godly woman. You did not ask. So you're saying I want to follow the rules of the Bible. Okay, well, you know. So, okay, this is also a controversial opinion that I'm going to have. I have not seen him compromise necessarily on like being a Christian, meaning he's not over here trying to justify, spirituality. He could go either way for me. Like he could be somebody who he needs to get plugged into a local church, and a year from now he'd be good to go. But yeah.
Starting Ephesians on what it looks like to be a good husband, a good father, and being a good leader, providing, and working with my wife, to.
So did he say the book of Ephesians? He knows the Bible. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's like,
I think so.
Okay. Any questions here?
Do you want kids?
Yes, I definitely want kids.
Okay. What does fatherhood look like for you?
Fatherhood, that's a good question. Fatherhood for me looks like me being a good leader, me being a godly man. I'm, of course, going to follow the rules of the Bible, starting Ephesians on what it looks like to be a.
See, okay, I'm going to tell you guys what he's doing. Let me read these comments, though. Huge red flag, not to discuss faith. I also leave it to men to bring up abstinent first. It lets me know if it's a personal choice of theirs or they're just being agreeable to get what they want. Yep. I would say I do talk about it. I will talk about it, but I look at their response. So if men are like, ugh, it's like, meh, you don't read your Bible, or you don't love the Bible, you don't love the word of God as much as you're saying. Because if I say, yeah, I'm looking to only have sexual relationship with my husband, and you get your panties in a bunch, nope. But yeah, so it's interesting to me that he knows, like the fact that he brought up Ephesians is interesting. And if I were him, what I would be looking for is like, does she bring up something or a book of the Bible? But he hasn't really asked him any questions. So he's an interesting one. He's an interesting
Be a
one.
good husband, a good father, and being a good leader, providing, and working with my wife, you know, to raise a family and have a, you know, a good family, basically, you know.
Okay. Oh, you got a question? Okay.
You said godly man. I do have a relationship with God, but I don't go to church. I don't believe in organized religion at this point. So are you opposed to that?
No, I mean,
Nope.
that's what it is right now. But I'm sure if we could,
You trying to convert me?
Here we go. I told you guys. I told you. Because the first question out of his mouth should have been, what is your relationship with God like? And how do you practice faith? I told you guys. No, it's like that right now, but I think I could cover. Stop opening a school of converts. You are not at a conversion academy. This is not CCA, Christ Conversion Academy. We're not doing that. This is what I'm talking about. He got me over here. I have to like regulate myself because I'm so frustrated that this man, it was like, nah, it's cool. You could, you know, because she is not a believer. She told you that. I don't believe in organized religion. Yeah, you don't believe in Jesus like that because Jesus did have organized religion. He has full on chapters on what churches should be like.
I'm not saying I'm trying to convert you, but in relationships, we both feed off each other. So it's a give and take thing. So maybe the way I act towards God may influence you but I'm not going to be pulled away from God. So I'm not saying convert you, but I would definitely try to influence you to get closer to God with me as I try to.
I don't know about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just really that. I feel like people can have their own individual relationship with religion and God. And yeah, I don't know about the influence part. I don't know about the influence part.
I respect that.
So prior to him saying that, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I think he was handsome. I feel like we have similar interests. You said you like to travel, which is great. Yeah, just wanted to hear more.
Okay. All right.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, of course. She dresses nice. She got everything in order. So,
Cool.
of course,
Appreciate
yes.
that. Thank you.
All right. Are you good over here? Any questions?
I do have a question. So I'm a bit more into spirituality, like crystals, things of that nature. Is that something that bothers you?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I understand. To each his own. As long as you're a healthy person and you're treating people.
And I want you guys to see this. I would say that this one's a little more sturdy in his faith than the other. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I think he's a little bit more sturdy in his faith. The fact that he said, "Yeah, I ain't messing with these crystals," tells me a lot more about him and where he is with the Lord. But this is what dating is like as a Christian. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Do you see how I think all the balloons are popped. You guys, a lot of people do not actually love Jesus and do not actually want to be submitted unto Jesus. And that's why dating is so hard for Christians, because this is actually a very good representation for both men and women for what it's like. This is a very good representation. So when if our highest value is marrying somebody with faith and somebody who loves Jesus, then we have to make that the priority and not their swag and not their hair, not their voice. We have to make that the priority. I'm just saying, or be single, like be single, because that has to be a priority. But he is more sturdy in his faith than the other man, for sure.
People, well, it doesn't matter what you follow. So
absolutely.
Okay. So why was your balloon unpopped before that?
Because you walked in, you had confidence, you smell great, and yeah, you seem like a fun person. So
all right.
Nice. Now, she's someone that's your type?
Of course, I love the skin complexion, the height.
Thank you.
I love that you're close to God in your way, and yeah, I love how you dress. And of course, I definitely approach you if I saw you out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all of the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. I'll take the mic. Let's give it up for ladies. All right, let's bring out our next single guy.
I said, let me see if he says he's a
Hello,
Christian.
welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Ja,
Jaw, how old are you?
32.
And what do you do?
So I do private security. I have an agency. I do music and a little bit of modeling,
Okay.
but mainly just media entertainment and then a couple other efforts, right?
All right. What do you like to do for fun?
I love food. I love going out for like a good drink.
Okay.
I'm really chill. Like I'll do some active, extreme outdoor type stuff, but that's really just depending on who's with me.
Okay.
But
Okay.
for the most part, just kicking it.
Chilling.
Let me
And
see
what
if
do you
he
look for in
says.
a woman?
I'm big on communication.
Okay.
I'm big.
Okay, so he's gonna be fine for all these women because none of these women, aside from this one right here, these two right here, are really looking for godly men. Like maybe even this one might not be, but because you talk about my career, most godly men are not gonna want you to be super obsessed with your career at 30. They're going to be wanting to start a family. So that's just part of the, the situation. Yeah. Okay, you guys. This was super, super fun. I'm so glad I decided to hop on here and do this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will make a video on Christian dating and advice and try and have that up by the end of this week or next week for you guys. I know you guys have questions about that. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.